I can't say no. Welcome to Draft
The only
House
time I
Drive.
ever passed out was when I got home from a test when I was younger, and I had a gold medal, and I spun around in my house, and it whipped around and whacked me in the head. And I went unconscious for 12 hours, and my parents just sat me down on a bed and didn't take me to a hospital.
See, at least mine was like allergy related. Yours is just you're
being
dumbass.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, for the record, I was like 6 or 7, so you can go fuck yourself. That is
Well, we're all dumbasses.
That is
at
an
that
understandable age.
But that's still a level of dumbassery above most else I've encountered. Welcome to Draft House Drive. We're going to record our Quentin's and Casey's second opinions on The Last Jedi, as well as Duhan's and mine's own opinions.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys go first.
For first
first time.
viewings.
On like a letter scale, I think I'd give this one a B+.
Okay, yeah.
That or an A-. It's kind of straddling the line there.
That's
gave
literally
it a
what I
minus.
said. That's exactly what I said. So.
Because I heard the critical reviews saying like it was great, and then I heard the popular reviews saying it was awful. I was like, I don't know how to feel about this movie. I went in and I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, no, the Star Wars subreddit is a fucking nightmare of you aren't a true Star Wars fan if you like it, but then also you aren't a true Star Wars fan if you hate it.
Like, I can understand why it's a very polarizing movie, because I do agree it feels kind of disjointed at moments, but the moments that it does have, just the really big fucking moments are huge.
We can go into spoilers, it's okay.
Yeah, we've already done spoilers.
I'm just giving a general idea.
Yeah.
Like, just listing off just the final battle between Luke and Kylo Ren, the fucking kamikaze starship.
That was some dope shit.
That was
like,
fucking insane.
That was rad.
And the thing that makes that the best is when just there's no sound.
Yeah, it just cuts.
It just cuts, and then it's just crowd reaction. Everyone's just going, holy shit.
There have been 2 times now where the
and then fucking Snoke bites it. Like, oh shit.
But he may come back to life.
Oh yeah, no, I can.
I mean, if Darth Maul can come back to life.
I was just thinking that, like he's gonna pull a Darth Maul and get a spider body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very happy. He's gonna be a Snoke Spider Boy.
Darth Maul survived Episode 1. He got a robot body.
That's only in the
Clone
Wars,
Wars,
right?
Yeah.
That's only in the
Clone
Wars and Rebels.
He got
right?
spider legs, and then in Rebels he just has normal legs.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, he has normal legs.
Is that an upgrade or?
He got found with spider legs and really long ass horns. He was fucking crazy.
Spider legs.
Huh?
I'd rather spider legs.
Not really, because it was some giant ass shit.
Yeah,
I mean, double-ended lightsaber, 8-ended legs, fits.
You want a double-ended lightsaber?
I want
What
to
is
stab
your
people
letter
from
grade?
2 ends.
So I was
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I was gonna go A-.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking a little bit different. I mean, the disjointedness. First of all, that was like felt like a 4-hour movie.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That was like
it's
2
definitely gonna get
episodes in one.
It was very packed, yeah.
So I thought it was gonna end like on a very dark, somber note, and then it would pick up like later on. But
I didn't so much mind the disjointedness. I thought the story was very good. I kind of see why some of the more hardcore Star Wars fans don't like it. It's kind of why, from my perspective, I don't like the new Star Treks. There's just, although this is still better, a lot better.
yeah,
lot
because
better
the
than
new
Star
Star
Trek,
Treks are just
yeah.
outright reboots. So
Yeah,
it's
but-
familiar characters.
But there's that element of ridiculousness.
No,
So-
I can see that.
Star
There's 2
Trek?
things. No, well, in that
in
too,
this,
but in
okay.
this. So there's the two big ones for me. We got to talk about Leia.
Yeah, okay.
The flying into the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I
was-
thought that was a tad
That was-
ridiculous.
That was ridiculous, but like
See,
up until the point where she like moves her hand was like one of the most I almost
Yeah,
started
and you
crying
should
the
have
first
just
time I
left
saw
it at that.
no, I
I
I just
disagree.
think that's how they would kill off the character. I thought that would have
That's
been
what
a
I
great
thought.
way to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
2 things. One is I actually saw a fan theory, and this is some like really bullshit stuff, but it's the only thing that I'm going to use to explain it. That way I don't hate the movie and that scene every time that I see it. And that's that Kylo Ren is the one that pushed her back in, since he was like looking. He's like, I don't want
Okay.
to.
How did he give her life?
Yeah,
No, he just pushed her back in, and
she
then
should have been dead long before that.
Yeah.
they brought her back to life. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna.
You've got about 15 seconds in open space like that.
But then again,
you're
it's
dead.
Star Wars.
Yeah, and even within the 15 seconds, you don't come back looking the way she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely
Secondly, for me, the unbelievable adventures of Finn and Rose.
Yeah. That whole thing was kind of
There's like several episodes with them, particularly when they split the starship in half, and just magically they're the only two living things left.
Yeah.
No, there were a bunch of other living things left.
Not around them.
Yeah, around them. The stormtroopers, like the last
not immediately around them.
Yeah, not immediately.
Oh yeah,
around
not
them.
immediately.
They just woke up. Like,
but like in that like hangar, there were other stormtroopers and stuff.
Yeah, way off.
See,
Well, sure, but I mean,
that's what I feel about this movie, is that if you break it down to nitty gritty, it's not that great.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like I said, the big moments it has are
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like kind of split on this. I think it's a spectacle, which is why I'm giving it an A-.
And I'm sitting here thinking, like, when they were on whatever the hell the name of the planet was.
Casino
Casino
World.
Planet.
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, there was some of
Mineral
some of that too.
World? Mineral-
Yeah, at the end.
the
At
salt-
the end,
salt world,
when
yeah.
they had like the cannon that was going up against the wall with the
Mhm.
rebels in it, and Finn's like driving into him, like, yeah, okay, so maybe finally he'll fucking die.
Mhm.
Do you not like Finn?
No, it's not that. It's just like he's been through so much.
Oh,
Yeah,
in this
okay.
movie,
It's-
like
yeah,
in
in
this
this
movie,
movie
he's
alone,
dodged
he's been
death
through
too many
so
times.
much.
It's
It's
gotten
like,
to the point where-
okay, this is gonna be where he no.
Yep. Yeah, that's.
And
what
I was like, that would have been like a big hero thing.
That's
He
what
was
I
gonna
said.
go take
I
it
was
out.
like,
and,
I was like, that would have just been a ballsy move by Lucasfilm and Disney and all that kind of stuff, just killing him off in this movie. That would have just been a giant balls for
Well,
the Mickey
but yeah.
Mouse.
well, what I was hoping would happen is that Rose would hit him out of the way when I did see that coming, and she would sacrifice herself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Someone,
Like, that would've
someone
been-
would have been it.
Yeah, but nah.
Which, I mean, if you guys remember, that was the thing I appreciated about Rogue One.
Right,
was,
that everyone died.
Yeah, well, it didn't have to be everyone, but that there were actual stakes and people
Yeah.
actually were at risk.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I liked it very, very much.
Oh yeah, and I do like the fact that they actually had a beginning incident. It splits off into 3 different sub stories,
Mhm.
and then they all reconverge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool way to tie it all together.
Now, one of my complaints when we first watched it was that the first act seemed really slow and disjointed, and I feel that on the second viewing too. Is it was just so
Yeah.
all of it. It just took so goddamn long for things to happen. I think I realized during this viewing that the point where I think the movie got better, or at least significantly better, was when we find out what Luke did with Kylo Ren
Yeah.
at the Jedi Temple. I think that it gets a
After
little bit
that, it
better
kind
after
of
that.
picks up pace.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I agree with that.
I mean, that's probably why it feels like such a 4-hour movie, even though it was like what 2.5
2.5
hours.
It's
was-
2.5, but
Well, I think why most Star Wars fans are very critical of it is because it changes everything now. Like,
yeah.
because the rebellion is like fucking small now. Snoke is dead, and we didn't really know a whole lot about him. Kylo Ren is
That's
taking
why
over.
I think he's coming back.
Luke is gone, but like he'll come back as a blue ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he will.
And then like the First Order is kind of in a weird place right now. Everything is changed now, but like, yeah, that's I think that's the reason why. From what I can tell, that's the reason why most hard.
I can see that. I haven't read anything.
Yeah.
I've been trying to avoid reading things.
Oh,
Although
sure.
I will see, on Facebook, people ranking things and ranking it quite low.
Sure, yeah.
The other thing I was kind of scared of, and maybe I'll see this, but I just feel like people aren't gonna like the Yoda appearance.
Oh,
know.
absolutely! I fucking love the Yoda.
I love
No, I
liked
feel-
it,
but I
it
feel like
it
the
came out of like
hardcore-
left field. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Yoda's in this movie?
Yeah, but I feel like you had to have like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like people who really loved Empire or the Return of the Jedi are really gonna appreciate that, and
No,
the fact
it's-
that they did a puppet, not like CGI.
Yeah.
First of all, that. Second of all, I think they did use him in one place where it would make sense, where
Yeah.
Luke is going to burn the Jedi
Yeah.
books, and Yoda's like, who cares?
It's the mentor that needs his mentor.
Exactly.
Like, I can see it happening. Plus, he's appearing in a place, and I guess from a lore standpoint, of a very large force concentration.
Yes.
So it makes sense that a force ghost would appear there as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I suppose. I kind of
just-
feel like it's one of those things.
It
where
just
it's
does
you-
come kind of out of left field.
Well,
Right.
not even so much that. Just it's kind of one of those things where you just kind of leave that alone and in the past and
Yeah.
not really fuck with it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like, this is a new era sort of deal.
Yeah.
I will say, and it is going back to the Leia thing. It is kind of bullshit how she like survived that. But I gotta say, like, I actually really appreciate that she survived because every like Leia moment that happened after that is something that was
Oh,
like
and that's
really,
fine. That's
that-
fine.
yeah.
but I don't think they had to blow her out of the ship. Though.
Sure.
If
Well,
they
yeah.
wanted her to survive, they didn't
Well,
have
sure, yeah, like that's just tugging with our emotions. That's
no,
just
it's just
fucking
like
with us.
why did we even
Yeah.
do that?
But like the moment, like I didn't realize it until like the second viewing, but like every single moment where like like Carrie Fisher's on screen and they're playing like her theme, like I just got like chills.
No, yeah, and
Every
that
single
all
one.
worked very, very well. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know why they had to like make it to where, okay, I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Yeah.
Like she has to be dead, right?
Yeah,
Right?
There's no way
She's
you can
dead.
survive that. Yeah.
Nope.
Is this their way out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this for a moment because I was like, why the hell is Luke Skywalker on this planet? He didn't have any ships. Oh, he's pulling out the blue lightsaber. What the fuck? Didn't it
Yeah.
get just destroyed? Then
Yeah.
it turns out it's all Force.
Mm.
Well, and he looked
Yeah.
different too. Anyway, he
Yeah,
had
he
the
had a-
old look,
Yeah, he
so
had, like,
it made
his
sense.
haircut, yeah.
You kind of knew it wasn't
And
him.
black beard.
Yeah, so it took me a moment to realize that I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually kind of fucking clever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they gave him a good send off in this movie.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
They still made him look like a badass, and I was like,
Yeah.
they cut through him, and he's still alive.
I mean,
see-
I still think he's gonna return.
Oh, yeah,
he's
as
gonna
a blue
return.
ghost,
Yeah, as a blue
yeah.
ghost, yeah. So he's not really gone.
But he's
dead, yeah. But
he's dead
I mean,
in the physical way.
He's dead in the physical way, yeah.
The only way he could, affect the world is by causing a lightning storm and burning a tree.
I suppose, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad thing to be able to do.
Yeah, that's
right?
pretty
I
badass.
kind of would like to be able to do that.
Not gonna lie, that's badass. I'm just saying, it doesn't really do much against an entire evil empire.
It's better than I could do,
And
and you could do.
Eh.
so, I think for the next episode, for the next movie, I think it's not because the 7 and 8 were literally like minutes apart.
Yes,
pretty much.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a while.
I think it's going to be like 10 years or
Yeah.
5 years or
I
a
can believe
really
that.
long time.
Like,
if they're
a good
looking at kids
separation,
at the
yeah.
end like
'Cause
that, then
First of
Those kids are
all,
gonna
Well,
grow up.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
their kids
whole
have to grow
Luke
up.
and Ray arc couldn't have been like hours. That had to have been like end of
it's
the first
immediate.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Then, okay, so I'm wondering about this because the time frame for the ship escaping, that's like 18 hours.
Yes.
But
Right.
then the time frame for Luke and Ray, that had to be a couple days.
Yeah, well, welcome to how Game of Thrones people understand this.
I'm just
welcome
wondering
to
how the time
season
frame works.
7.
Oh, jeez, everything's just happening so fast.
'Cause I don't
Yeah.
think episode 7 didn't end with like the Empire just showing up and they're on the move.
No, the only
No.
thing that happened was,
That Ray went off to find Luke.
yeah.
So
That
it's
was the very last thing
So it's
that
probably
happened.
a couple days.
So
after
it was probably
episode 7.
it was probably a couple days after episode 7
Yeah.
for them,
Mhm.
but for Ray it was immediate.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that
yeah.
point. I'm just saying, like, 2 out of the 3 arcs, that wasn't immediate after episode
Yeah.
7.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, for Ray's arc, that was definitely
Yes.
like there was literally no time.
So that's why I think the next one is going to be like 5 to 10 years. That way we get more rebellion build up, more First Order build up. Ray learns to be better Jedi, and yeah.
And then also, did that fucking kid use the Force at the end?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
he did. Yeah.
I
Yeah, it was
I
to
just
grab
wanted to
the
make sure
broom.
I wasn't crazy.
I actually didn't notice that the first time, but like he when he was reaching for the broomstick,
Mhm.
he just
it just
moved.
came right to it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So there's more Force users.
Another Jedi.
So
And also, Luke said that Kylo Ren escaped like the island. He left the island with some of like the younglings that are becoming Jedi.
Yeah, the
and
Knights
then he
of Ren.
slaughtered. Oh, is it?
yeah, he escaped with the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
They mentioned it in the first one. They showed like flashes of them, but I still don't know who the fuck they are.
That's because I think that's some expanded universe stuff like comics or book.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't remember.
See, I was thinking they were just got turned into Snoke's guard, and he just killed all of them,
Maybe. I could see that being
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
understandable.
which is why they were such great fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I still want to know who the fuck the Knights of Ren are because they've been shown for all of 2 seconds in film.
Were they
Okay.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Wait.
it was in the flashback in episode 7.
Okay. Yeah. That's probably yeah.
It was a pretty cool flashback, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I think I got all my thoughts out for this. Beyond, I just want to see Spider Snoke in the next movie. If I see that, I'm happy.
Yeah, and see that one of the reasons that, because when I was looking on for like what people think about the next movie, someone's like, yeah, Snoke could be alive. It's because in one of the Star Wars games, I think it's Knights of the Old Republic, one of the Sith Lords got killed, but put himself back together with pure rage, and that's how he stayed alive.
That makes sense.
Well, I mean,
If anyone could do that, though, Kylo Ren could.
no, that's
No,
not
hold-
rage. That's
hold
teenage
someone
angst.
together.
That's not ranked. Yeah, that's angst. That's not rage.
That's
That's
angst.
angst.
That's just teen angst.
It's like a teenager.
No,
I don't know. I'd forgotten about his little hissy fit in the last movie.
Oh yeah. Well, I will say he's I wouldn't say he's matured, but he's definitely gotten more experience, and he's
still
something about him has changed,
Yeah.
where he's not so much like just a hissy fit child.
He's still a bitch though. He's still
Not
low-key
as much of a
little
bitch,
Not
though.
as much, but he's still a little bitch.
No, he's a bitch.
He's a bitch.
but less of a bitch.
Less of a
If you
bitch,
compare
yeah.
last episode to
Yeah,
this
he was
one,
more of a bitch last time, but he's still a bitch.
Yeah.
He's got more depth.
Y'all are
He's a
splitting
deep
hairs
bitch.
here.
What do
We're-
you mean?
he's still
No,
a bitch.
He's still a bitch.
We're just
yeah, he's still a
debating what
bitch.
kind of bitch
He's
he
not
is.
Yeah.
a top tier bitch.
How
he's
big?
like third tier.
If
bitch.
there's like
Yeah.
30 tiers of bitch,
I think
he's
he's
like,
like-
30 and 29. Come on.
Okay, so he's moved up from 30 to 29. We'll go ahead and leave it
Moved
at
down, I
that.
guess.
Sure, fine.
Yeah,
No, that's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's still a big bitch. It's just a slightly less. He's just smaller bitch. Yeah,
He's not the biggest bitch in the galaxy.
he's not the biggest bitch in the galaxy. Yeah.
Also, I didn't hate the Porgs as much as I thought I would, but
Yeah, they didn't have as big of a part.
That's because Disney wants you to give wants everyone to give them
Yeah.
money.
Oh, I'm not gonna buy one.
More
No, I
money.
still want to burn all of them, but they're not as bad as I thought.
Oh, and one thing that irked me more on this second viewing was some of the stuff that they pulled. Some of the scenes that were there just like bothered me so much. Like in the one scene when Chewbacca's sitting there eating dinner and he has a fried porg, and then there's all the porgs around and they're like, yeah, that was so stupid. That
No,
did not belong in the
actually
movie.
that is one last thing I wanted to bring up was like the comedy in this time.
Yeah.
It's like it seems like it's a Disneyfication thing.
Yeah, that's what I feel too.
Yeah.
Because I know there was comedy in the first trilogy. Like there was some
Yeah,
lighthearted
there was
moments.
Not like this, though.
Yeah,
No,
not
nothing like this.
Yeah.
At least not this style of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and another one, what was it? When Luke asked Rey, he's like, where are you from? And she's like, nowhere. He's like, no, where? And she's like, Jakku. And he's
It's
like, well,
okay,
that's pretty much nowhere. I'm like, that
Doesn't
no.
seem like something that Luke would say.
Exactly.
I don't know. I didn't mind that kind of humor. I didn't mind most of it.
I mean, like I said, I didn't mind most of it. It just seemed a bit out of place in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
I agree with that.
So, I mean, that's why I'm so torn on this movie.
Yeah.
I still think it's very watchable,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just, again, once you get into the nitty gritty of it, maybe not.
Yeah.
I still think overall the story was very strong.
No,
Yeah, absolutely.
again, that's why I said from like a broad
yeah.
picture perspective, yeah, it's just when you break it down. Which, I guess I can see both sides of the debate now, but it's
The
still...
damn Leia thing, though, that's going to take a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's a
while.
deal
that
breaker.
was some bullshit. But I did appreciate what happened because of it. Like all the other scenes that she had in the movie, I really liked and
But
appreciated.
none of that was dependent upon being blown out of the bridge.
Flying out of the
Yeah,
gut.
and being the only one that survived.
Well, no, I mean like if she died, then literally all the other
No,
Leia
like that.
scenes.
No, I mean like that didn't have to happen. Like she could have been
Oh,
like
sure,
knocked
yeah.
over and
Oh, yeah.
pulled a Brett and hit her head or something and been
Yeah.
out for most of
Yeah,
the movie.
Or like
Sure,
holding
yeah.
on to
It
the
had,
edge of the
I
door.
mean, it didn't
Okay, yeah,
have to-
I see your point.
Yeah,
actually,
that's what I mean.
I guess
It
I
didn't have
see
to be,
your point, yeah.
or at least like if she was blown out, maybe like just a little bit. Like I know that's not
Not
possible with
I
physics.
don't know,
but
yeah.
not
In
like
space.
not like 100 feet out from the thing. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that I don't know why that had
'Cause
to be that.
Clearly
way.
she's force attuned, but she's never like fucking used it.
Yeah.
Well, and even with that, I mean, especially if she's unconscious, it's like what is she gonna do? Like create a little air bubble around herself?
I don't think that's even possible.
I don't know. I'm just like I'm
Force.
giving it the benefit of the doubt here, but
It's something, but
We're trying to figure out an explanation so we don't have
Yeah.
to hate it.
I'm just gonna
every
go
time
with the
we see it.
Kylo Ren one. Like
Yeah.
even
That's
subconsciously.
no,
not
and
bad
that's
theory.
fine. That gets you halfway there. Like
Yeah.
that's how she got back, but how she wasn't dead and not like all of her blood vessels exploded.
Right. Yeah.
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 This is Star Wars. Physics don't real.
I agree.
I mean that's fair, but there have to be like some rules, right?
There's
Some
some.
Yeah,
rules.
because then theoretically, like all Jedi could just like go into space and just be fine.
Sure, yeah. Then we've got the like Jedi armies flying
Yeah.
through space, completely exposed, just like
yeah,
and they're just like
I'm
torpedoing
sure people with,
themselves
like, the
into
helicopter
Empire
sabers could do
ships.
that. That'd be fucking rad. Just a bunch of like spinning lightsaber helicopters just going through space.
That would be fucking.
chopping up meteors and
In
shit.
case you don't know, there's in the expanded universe, there's on Rebels, there is a lightsaber where the handle is here, and then there's a circle around it, and it shoots out 2 lightsabers. And what will happen is they will make them spin, and they will fly in the air.
I've seen that.
like
I think I've actually
fucking
seen that before.
helicopters.
I've seen like the toys for that.
And even that's fine. Like that, I can see that.
You can get
But
behind
they're
that.
not
In
completely
space.
exposed in space,
Yeah.
right?
No, they're not.
I'm assuming
they're like
not.
in a cave.
Okay. I mean, at least I can reason that.
Also,
Yeah.
I think we should mourn the loss of Admiral Akbar.
I know.
Yeah.
Poor fish man. He didn't realize it was a trap, and then it was all
Well,
too soon.
in the
It's
end,
no,
because he
Cashew
you
Face,
never
I think,
realize
survived.
it's
Cashew
crap.
Face did survive. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't.
Well, I'm not for sure. He probably died.
he was at the beginning though.
He was at the beginning.
He was in there.
Poor Nyan Nub.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Ripperoni
good?
and pizza, Mr. Fish
I
Sticks.
think that's good. That's good enough.
Alright.
That's how long we got.
Bye.
Yeah, that was 20 minutes. We're fucking done.
Yeah, that was the
We're
full
fucking
thing.
done. Okay.
Bye bye,
finished.
everybody.
Bye bye. Done. Done.
Yeah,